Welcome everyone. I am Martie Wege. I am part of the SAPA quiz team, and welcome to everyone and thank you for joining. I just want to also introduce Prof. Haroon, who's put in a lot of work, and I think he will quickly take us through this introduction and also just introduce the different teams. Haroon, over to you.
Thank you, Martie, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to this Pool B in the first round of our South African University Challenge. I think many of you may have joined us a month ago where we had a very exciting challenge where the Stellenbosch Marties Smarties and the UCT CT Champs were in a close battle right till the last question, where the Witsies, came in and on the last question, pipped them at the post. We also had very strong performances from the Limpopo Bobabs and the UKZN Warriors. However, today is a new competition, and the teams today will be trying to get their place into the final to meet the mighty Wits team. So let me first introduce our quiz team. So the first member is myself. I'm Haroon Saluji, and I'm based at Wits University. Our timekeeper and adjudicator today is Professor Sanjay Lala, same as last week. Sanjay, could we please have a view of you?
Hi, good afternoon, everyone, and nice to meet you all, and good luck with the competition.
Thank you. Our scorer, and she'll make sure that we all informed as the competition goes on about who's in the lead, who's trailing, and who's making up good ground, Dr. Tanya Ruda.
Everybody, good luck and enjoy it.
All right, and as we've already been introduced, the person who's doing the choreography and making sure everything works is Dr. Martie Wege. Martie, we'd like to see you again.
Oh dear, I really hope all of this is going to work. But thank you for your patience. We hope you'll press all the right buttons today and enjoy the quiz. We're looking forward to this. Thank you.
Okay, folks, so that's our team for today. But more importantly, let's get to our challenges. So introducing the teams. Our first team is, can we get it? Okay, is the UP Rising, or more importantly, I think they prefer themselves to be called the Uprising. The UP team, could you please introduce yourselves?
Hello, we're the Uprising. And a fun fact about all of ourselves is this is our team mascot, also my little sausage dog. And then I'm Pierre Kriek, and then to the left of me is Natasha. And to the right of me is Danielle.
Mandemaker.
All right, so I'm not sure whether the rule allows you to have a fourth member, but as long as your team mascot doesn't give you too many answers. And that's a clue, in fact, about one of the answers to a question that will be coming up later. It may have something to do with the dog. And what about your coach?
Our coach is also here. He's coming to say hi.
Yeah, we'd certainly like to see Mike.
Hi, Prof. Sorry, I just
Great.
went across the room.
Fantastic. Okay, Uprising, let's hope you're going to be the team that's rising right to the top. Let's move on to our second team, and that's the Free State Flamingos. Let's hear from the Flamingos. All right, our Flamingos, they were around up till not too long ago. One of our concerns is the load shedding, and I hope teams haven't fallen off because of the load shedding. Ah, there we go.
Please. Can you see
Please tell
us?
us about yourselves, Flamingos. We certainly know that you are in your team colors, and not only are you in team colors, but you've got your colors behind you as well. Please tell us a little bit about yourselves.
Good day, everyone. We are the fearless, feisty, fabulous Free State Flamingos, and we are in pink, as you can see, to represent the Flamingos. I'm Izette, this is Yulisha, and this is Iris. And we thought it well to tell you an interesting fact about flamingos today. So first of all, they eat upside down. The color of their feathers are dependent on what they eat. So if they eat more crustaceans, then they become more pink. And the mother as well as the father produce a milk-like substance, which is also pink, that they feed the young with. And then the last fact is that a lot of flamingos migrated from the Northern Cape to the Free State. So we actually have a lot of flamingos in the Free State at the moment. So that's why we are the Free State Flamingos.
Very good. Thank you very much, Flamingo. So it seems like you're going to eat your way from the bottom right to the top, taking the uprising in the way. Tell us a little bit about your coach. Is your coach in the room?
Yes. Good afternoon. I'm Dr. Tumi Pito. I'm the team leader of this fantastic team, and we are looking forward to this quiz. Thank you.
Good luck, Flamingos, and may you shine very brightly as your colors are. Okay, moving on then. So our fourth team are the SMU Victors, but they told me earlier that they're so sure of victory that they've put a double victor on it. So Bafenyi, I'm told, also means victory or victor. And so the Bafenyi SMU Victors, are you there?
Hi, good afternoon. We are the Bafenyi SMU Victors, all the way from Garankuwa, George Mukari. We are here to win. And I am Matapelo Machakani, and to my left, it's Mukundi Mulibati. To my right is Kekeleto Rasiobi. And as we had said, watch out. We're here to take it. We're not here to play games.
Okay, so the SMU Victors are in a serious mode, and they're in a belligerent mode as well. They're out to cut throat. So good luck to you, Victors. Be kind on the poor Flamingos and the uprising. And then our last team, but certainly not least, is the WSU Warriors. So again, they're going to give the Bafenyi a go because they're also in a fighting mood. WSU Warriors, are you there? Please introduce yourselves.
Hi, thank you, Prof. My name is David De Almeida, and to my right I have Mpepu. And then our last minute replacement on my left is Mighty. And then just an interesting fact about us, our campus is 3 different ones, one in Umtata, one in East London, and one in Gqeberha. So we have come from all over the province today for this quiz. And then our coach all the way back in PE or Gqeberha is Nosi Mandla.
Thank you very much, WSU Warriors. Appreciate the effort that you've put into convening at a single venue, and good luck with the quiz. So teams, I think we are all ready to go. And so just to remind you again, I'm sure you know the rules, but perhaps people who are watching this contest for the first time, let us remind you about the rules. We have 4 rounds. The first round, all 4 teams will be engaged in, and there'll be 20 single best answer MCQs. We'll then get into a rapid fire where for 90 seconds, the teams will have to answer as many questions as they can. We then get into the third round, which is category strategy, where we'll have 5 categories and teams will strategically have to choose how many points they want to go in a particular category, depending on their strengths. And then the big moment, like we had last time, is that everything sometimes comes down to the last question, and we'll explain the rules related to that. So teams, I hope you're all ready. We're probably going to get ready with the shootout. So Dr. Wegger, Mati, over to you.
Wonderful. Okay, I'm going to start sharing the details for the shootout. You guys already all joined the my quiz. I'm just going to minimize the faces so that you guys only see the screen. Okay. I only see 2 active users, guys. Can you please make sure that you open your screens for the My Quiz? Can you see the screen? Okay, I don't know why I'm only seeing 2 active users. Can you please just check that you are connected, all 4 of you guys?
Marty, do you know which teams have connected?
No, I can't, unfortunately.
Because it says all users 4, but active users 2.
Yeah, so maybe just reset your internet to make sure on the actual website. So I can just see 4. Okay. Don't know if we should maybe start and then see if we get the answers and then just pause if we don't get that in. Is that all right? Okay.
I think we should do that.
We're going, okay, I can see 3 active users. It means something has changed for one of them. Let's just quickly make sure. Okay, I'm going to start and then we'll see.
Well, let's just give another two minutes just to see if we can't get the 4th active user in.
Yes. Okay. Okay, any of you guys as a team have an idea or are experiencing problems? Then you can maybe also just alert us.
All right, Mati, I think, now we're down to 1 active user. Why don't we start and we'll soon know if there are problems.
Okay, players connected 1. That is a bit of a problem.
Maybe the teams can tell us what they can see.
Okay, I'm just going to pause there. Okay, can the teams quickly unmute themselves and just tell me if you are all for seeing this question on your screen?
We in the quiz? WSU Warriors.
We can see the question.
We can also
let me just
see
check.
it.
UP Rising, are you okay? UP Rising, are you okay?
Yes, we're able to see the quiz.
Okay, SMU Victors, are you okay?
Yes, we are able to see the quiz.
Free State Flamingos?
Yes, we can see the question.
And WSU Warriors?
Yes, we can see the question.
All right,
Okay,
then Mati, let's proceed.
play. A child presents for cleft palate repair and is known to have an associated syndrome. That syndrome is most likely to be DiGeorge syndrome, Klippel-Feil syndrome, Pierre-Robin syndrome, or Treacher-Collins syndrome. I've got 4 answers. Yeah, they are on fire. Okay, great. Let's see. Okay, so 1 out of the 4 teams got that right. Okay, a little bit of a difficult one. Next question is coming up in 1 second. Okay. The Global Burden of Disease 2019 study that reviewed diabetes data in children aged 0 to 14 years reported that from 1990 to 2019, there was okay, we're going to pause this question slightly and allow you time to just read through those. Okay, I'm going to start playing it again. We've got 5 seconds left. Okay, we've got 4 answers in. Well done. Okay. All right, and it's a 50-50. Seems like the victors, they are in the lead. Next question. What is the mode of inheritance shown here? Okay, 5 seconds left. We still need 2 teams to answer. Okay, 4 answers in. Okay, and again, a 50-50. It's a tight one. And the WSU Warriors, you guys are off the scoreboard or on the scoreboard now, so that's great. What is the most appropriate treatment for this condition? Laser therapy, propranolol steroids, or timolol eye drops? Yeah, they are all in with half of the time remaining. So let's just finish that. Let's see how that question went. Okay, well done, guys. 100% of you got that right. Okay. Brilliant. And it is the uprising that's in the lead this far. The most specific finding on the tympanic membrane in acute otitis media is bulging, impairment of motility, perforation, or reduced translucency. Okay, all questions, all answers in. Okay, good. 50% of you guys got that right. And it's the Bafenis that's taking the lead now. Okay, let's see. Question number 6. A boy falls onto his left elbow and sustains a supracondylar fracture as shown in the x-rays. Which structure lying posterior to this region is at risk? Brachial artery, median nerve, radial nerve, or ulnar nerve? 4 seconds. One more answer needed. Oh dear, one team missed that. Okay, well done, guys. All of you got that right. Okay, question 7. The mechanism by which vomiting causes hypokalemia. The dehydration, gastric loss of hydrochloric acid, gastric loss of potassium, or low aldosterone. Two more answers needed. Well done, all 4 in. Okay, 3 out of 4 got that right. And it's very close between the UP rising or the uprising and the Bafenis. Okay, this you actually need to type the name in. What is the name of the phenomenon in which about half of infants with atopic dermatitis eventually develop asthma and 2/3 develop allergic rhinitis? One more team. Well done. Okay, and you guys got that right. Well done. Okay, question number 9, and after question number 10, we'll take a quick breather. The rash has been noted on the arm of a well neonate. What's the most likely diagnosis? Okay, we've got all of your answers in. Well done. You guys seem very confident with that one. Quick on the buttons. And 3 out of 4 got that right. Well done. Let's see where those points are. Last question before we take a quick breather. All of the following conditions are notifiable in South Africa, except hemolytic uremic syndrome, lead poisoning, pneumococcal meningitis, or rubella infection. Five more seconds. We need one more team. Good. All right. So we've got no one that got that right. Okay, so let's just pause a little bit. Prof. Soluji, how do you think these teams are doing?
They're doing pretty well. So there's been a fight so far between the Uprising and Bafeni, who've been changing the lead as each question goes. The Flamingos are not too far behind, and the Warriors are going to have to pull up their socks as we move on to the next round. But you're not too far away, Warriors. You can certainly battle your way up to the top.
Okay, great. Are you guys ready for more? Should we just give you 5 more seconds? And maybe the participants can also let us know how hard or how easy they are finding these questions. Okay, and keep on supporting your teams. Okay, we are going to continue to play. And you guys ready for question 11? In 4 seconds. A 2-year-old boy has been vomiting intermittently for 6 weeks and has been irritable, listless, and anorexic. His use of language has regressed to speaking single words. Which of the following is the most likely diagnosis? You've got 5 seconds left. One more team. Well done. All of you got in. Let's see. Difficult one. And we've got 3 out of 4 that said TB meningitis, which was the correct answer. Well done. In 2 seconds, next question. An odds ratio is a statistic that quantifies the strength of the association between two events in which of the following study types: case control, cohort, ecological study, or randomized control trial. Okay, we need 2 more answers, guys. Well done. All in. And let's see how that went. Okay, 50% got that right. And it's the uprising that is expanding their lead. Come on, rest of the teams. Okay, so this boy is short, has moderate intellectual disability, and has upper limb anomalies. What is the diagnosis? Angelman, Cornelia de Lange, hypothyroidism, or Rubinson-Taybi syndrome? You guys were very confident with that. We received all the answers already. And the answer is okay, so 3 out of 4 teams got that right again. Sure, and it's now Free State Flamingos that takes the second stand. At what age is it typical recommended to start toilet training a child? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, or 4 years? Okay, we've got all the answers in, and the correct answer is two years. Okay, so one team is a little bit more lenient with their kids to potty train, but 3 of the teams got that right. Next question. A cyanotic newborn is suspected of having congenital heart disease. He has an increased left ventricular impulse and a holosystolic murmur along the left sternal border. This is his ECG. So what is the diagnosis? Tetralogy, TGA, tricuspid atresia, or truncus arteriosus? I'm going to pause it just for a second. Okay, and let's see. Answer. Okay. Shame. So some of the teams didn't get to that. That was quite a difficult one to work out, but the answer is tricuspid atresia, and one team got that right. This is the skull X-ray of a 4-year-old child who presents with fever and an eczematous rash that is persisting despite local treatment. What is the diagnosis? Craniosynostosis, Langerhans cell histiocytosis, maxillary sinusitis, or osteogenesis imperfecta. We need 1 more team to answer. Well done, all in. Let's see what that answer was. You guys were all right, well done. It's still the uprising in the first position. The Warriors are catching up from behind, so well done, the Warriors. You just need to hang in there. At what embryonic age do the events leading to this malformation occur? 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 8 weeks, or 12 weeks? Good, all answers in. And this is 4 weeks. One of you guys got that right. The other three teams thought it was a little bit later. So let's get to question 18. We're almost there, guys. This patient was asked to look to the right and then to the left. There is a palsy of which cranial nerve? 4th cranial nerve on the left, on the right, or the left 6th cranial nerve, or the right 6th cranial nerve? Okay, 2 more teams need to answer quickly. Oh dear, okay, we got them all in. Well done, guys. Okay, so a difficult one to work out in a small space of time, but one of you guys got that right. Well done. And it's the Free State Flamingos and the uprising that's very close to each other. What is the best measure of cognitive function in an infant? Attention, expressive language, receptive language, or symbolic play? Okay, we've got everyone in. And the answer for this is Receptive language. 3 out of 4 got that right. And then the last question, guys. Well done. We are almost there. What is the surname of the South African pediatrician whose pediatric textbook first published in 1984, and it's now in its 8th edition? He's also a prominent HIV researcher and activist. Who is this man? And you guys were so quick. All had your answers in within seconds. And what is the correct answer? Kuvadia, of course. Well done. All of that got those answers. Well done. And now we are going to bring us to the end of that and bring us to the scoreboard. Okay, Prof, you want to take us through that?
All right. Well, the uprising certainly seemed to have risen right to the top, but they followed very closely by the Free State Flamingos. And Bafenyi, while earlier on were right in the lead, are now in 3rd spot, still close by. And Warriors are getting in there. They're narrowing the gap, but it's the uprising who leads us. So what will happen now is we will convert these points into because there were 20 questions, each were 10 marks. We will give the uprising 200 marks, and the rest of you will be proportionately given a mark out of 200. But this is where our scorekeeper, the clever Dr. Ruder, will do the math and will soon tell us what the point system is. But everybody's in it still. Uprising, you're doing wonderfully. Flamingos, you almost caught up with them at one stage. There we go. So, Dr. Ruder, Tanya, you want to tell us about the scores?
Okay, so we can see in this first shootout round, as Prof said, Uprising with 200 points. We've converted that. Flamingos and Bafenyi very close to each other, very similar points over there. And then Walter's, the Warriors coming in at last place, but lots of time to still catch up. And so then the finals in the leaderboard at the moment is the Uprising. And we'll watch this as we go.
All right, teams, you've done very well so far. Take a bit of a breather, because next we're going to be going into the rapid fire, where you're going to have to be even quicker. And the way we'll do that is we'll start off with the leaders, UP Rising. You guys will go first, and you'll have 90 seconds to answer as many questions as you can. Then we'll move on to the team that's second, which was Free State Flamingos. We'll then go on to Bafenyi, the SMU team, and then finally we'll get onto the WSU Warriors. Okay, so 1 minute to take a breather. UP Rising, you've been working very hard, you've been quick on the draw, but can you be as quick as we get into the rapid fire? Of course, this is where our timekeeper, Professor Lala, comes in. He will tell me when we start, and he will tell you when we finish. Okay, Professor Lala, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are the teams ready?
We're ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Professor Saluje, are you ready?
I'm ready as ever.
We'll start
Can I quickly ask, sorry, can I ask one favor to the teams? If only the team that is on the spot can please share their videos, and the others just switch off their videos so that we only see that one team on the screen. Is that okay? Thank you.
All right. So let's start. 3, 2, 1, begin.
What is the normal respiratory rate of a 5-year-old child?
20 to 30.
Correct. Spell intersusception.
INTERSEPTION.
All right, we'll check on that one. Which nutrient deficiency can cause fatigue, pale skin, dyspnea, tingling or numbness in the hands and feet, and cognitive difficulties?
B12.
Correct. At what age do most children develop the ability to ride a bicycle without training wheels?
67 years.
Correct. What is the name of the lead character in the movie Frozen?
Elsa.
Correct. Which country had the highest under-5 mortality rate in the world in 2021? Was it Afghanistan or Niger?
Afghanistan.
Incorrect. What is the most common organism responsible for croup?
Parainfluenza.
Correct. What is the name of a hospital in Durban named after the leader of the Indian independence movement and a proponent of non-violent resistance?
Nkosi Albert Luturi.
Incorrect. Which organ has a higher metabolic?
Time's up.
Okay. All right. Teams, remember, you can say pass. So our uprising got a bit caught into spelling interception. And because I couldn't hear very clearly, I'm going to have to ask Professor Lala whether they got it right or wrong. And then Dr. Ruder will tell us what the score was for this team. Did they get interception right? Were you able to hear Dr. Lala, Professor Lala?
I couldn't hear very well. I was trying to lip read, and I think they spelt it correctly, but I couldn't be sure. But I think let's give them the benefit of the doubt.
All right, Professor Lala is your friend. Remember to send him something in the mail. Dr. Ruder, how well did Uprising do?
Okay, with that interception, they got 6 out of 10, so that's 60 points to your score. Well done.
Thank you, UP Rising. Okay, we're going to now move on then to the Free State Flamingos.
Hello,
there you are,
can you hear
Flamingos.
us?
Good, we can see you. So remember, if you don't want to waste time, you can say pass, and then I'll come back to it if you've still got time. Okay, Professor Lala, over to you.
All right, 3, 2, 1, begin.
What is the normal mid-upper arm circumference of a 5-year-old child?
More than 12.5.
Incorrect. Spell papilledema.
Papilledema.
Correct. Which nutrient deficiency can cause fatigue, weight gain, dry skin, and impaired brain development?
Pass.
At what age do most children begin to exhibit advanced problem-solving skills such as logical reasoning and abstract thinking?
4 years.
Incorrect. In the movie Toy Story, what is the name of the cowboy doll?
Woody.
Correct. What was the highest country-level under-5 mortality rate in the world in 2021? Was it 115 or 93?
115.
Correct. Which organism is the primary cause of hand, foot, and mouth disease in children?
Coxsackie.
Correct. What is the name of a hospital in Johannesburg named after an anti-apartheid activist, suffragist, and the first Black woman to graduate with a university degree in South Africa?
Helen Joseph.
Incorrect. Which organ has a larger surface area, the stomach or the lung?
Time's up.
Liver.
All right, not quite in. So while we do the counts, let me give you some of the answers that you did not get right. So the normal upper arm circumference, we'd expect it to be more than 12.5. You got papilledema right. Did you say 12? I heard 4.5.
We said more than 12.5.
Yes, Professor Salucci, they did say more than 12.5, so we'll award them that mark.
Thank you. Please know that, Dr. Ruder. The deficiency we were talking about, weight gain, dry skin, and impaired brain development is iodine. The skill of logical reasoning and abstract is somewhere between 7 to 11 years. And then I think in the hospital we're talking about is Charlotte Makeke in Johannesburg. Okay. All right, Dr. Ruder, how did the Flamingos do? Were they flying on this round?
They're doing good. So they got 5 correct answers, and so that's 50 points for them.
Okay, thank you very much. Well done, Flamingos. So Bafenyi, this is now your chance to catch up and overtake the Flamingos. So can we see your video, and then we'll start as soon as Professor Lala gets us going. Okay, we see your video. You seem to be ready. Remember, if you don't know an answer, you can just say pass. Let's go.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, begin.
What is the normal systolic blood pressure of a 5-year-old child?
More than 90.
Incorrect. Spell hemorrhoids.
Hemorrhoids. HAEMORRHOIDS. Hemorrhoids.
Correct. Which nutrient deficiency can cause impaired growth and development, hair loss, skin lesions, delayed wound healing, and a weakened immune function?
Zinc deficiency.
Correct. At what age do most children develop the ability to tell time on an analog clock?
6 years.
Correct. What is the name of the lion cub who is the main character in the movie The Lion King?
Simba.
Correct. Which country had the highest annual rate of reduction in under 5 mortality from 2000 to 2021? Was it Maldives or China?
Maldives.
Correct.
Okay.
What is the most common organism causing impetigo?
Staphylococcus.
Which one?
Aureus.
Correct. What is the name of a hospital in Madansani, Eastern Cape, named after South Africa's first Black professional nurse?
Pass.
What is which organ has a greater
Time's
number
up.
of...
Time's
Okay.
up.
Gee, you guys did so well, except for the last one. You were on a hot streak there. Professor Lala, was there any ones that were controversial that I said wrong?
I would award them a mark for the first one.
Well, the correct answer was 95 to 110 being the normal systolic blood pressure. They said 90. So is that not being a bit generous?
I'm in a generous mood today, so
Oh,
I would
boy.
give them
Okay,
that point.
you guys got that one as well. Professor Lala is in a good mood.
Fire this round for sure. So we got 7 out of 10, so 70 points for Bafenyi.
So the only one you guys didn't get was the name of this hospital in the Eastern Cape in Madansani, South Africa's first Black professional nurse, and that's the Cecilia Makawani Hospital. But otherwise, well done.
Okay.
Okay, shall we go on then? Last, but again, certainly not least, Warriors, this is your chance to now really catch up. You're going to get 10 out of 10 for this, I hope.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
All right,
All right.
Professor Lala, over to you.
Okay, good luck, Warriors. 3, 2, 1, begin.
What is the normal resting heart rate of a 5-year-old child?
90 to 100.
Correct. Spell gastroschisis.
Gastroschisis, GASTROSCHISIS.
Correct. Which nutrient deficiency can cause fatigue, irritability, poor appetite, muscle weakness, and beriberi?
It's vitamin B1.
All right. Dr. Lala will confirm that. At what age do most children learn to tie their own shoes?
At
5, 6 years.
Correct. What is the name of the boy who discovers a magical lamp with a genie in the same movie with that name?
Aladdin.
Correct. Which country had the lowest under 5 mortality rate in the world in 2021? Was it the USA or Norway?
Norway.
Norway.
Correct. Which organism causes strep throat?
Group A, strep.
Correct. What is the name of a hospital in Durban named after a man who abdicated the British throne and became the Duke of Windsor?
Walter Sisulu.
Incorrect. Which organ has a denser network of nerve endings, the tongue or the skin?
Tongue.
Incorrect. What is the optimal time
Time's
for
up.
repair? Okay, so let's see how you guys did. The one I've forgotten is thiamine vitamin B1, Professor Lala.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so I've got it down as thiamine, but I can't remember my B1s from my B2s. You guys also then, the question was the hospitals. The hospital seems to be catching out a lot of people. The British throne, the king who abdicated was King Edward VII Hospital in Durban. And then the organ that has a denser networks, the skin has more nerve endings than the tongue. Okay, so
8 to 7.
Yeah. Let's look at what our scorekeeper says. Dr. Ruder, how did the Walter Sisulu team do?
They also got 7 correct answers over there. So you can see for this round, two 70s. So 2 7 questions correct, and the uprising at 60, and the flamingos at 50. And so our final tally at this point is corrected. Sorry, because I made 1 error in the previous round, which is corrected now. And we have got the uprising still in the lead, but everybody catching up.
Okay, so the competition is getting much closer. Well done, teams. We're going to go on to the next round now. So this is where Dr. Weger comes back in. She's now going to put up so just to remind you of the rules, and people who haven't seen the show before, let's get to the rules. So you've got 5 categories there. Today's categories are auscultation. You could have guessed that because we couldn't have that the last time. Famous first, neurocutaneous syndromes, enzymes, and bites. And you can choose for any of those categories a mark of 10, 15, 20, 25, or 30. The higher the mark you choose, the more difficult the question. So there's going to be 6 rounds of this. So we're going to go around in the order of now, who was the team who had the least points? I think that was the Warriors. We'll then go on to Dr. Ruta, do confirm who was in second slot after the last round.
So from bottom to top at the moment, so we'll start with the Warriors, and then we'll go to Bafenyi. Then we'll have the Flamingos and end with the uprising.
Okay, so you'll each get a question, and then we'll go round again and again 4 times round. Okay, so WSU Warriors, I think everybody, could you please put on your videos? So we'd like to see you. Is that view possible? Can we see everyone? Can everyone see the gallery? Yeah, I can see the Warriors and I can see Uprising. I can't see Bafenyi or the Flamingos. I'm not sure if it's only me.
Can you then still see the categories? Or
yes, we can. There Bafenyi have come in. I'm just waiting for the Flamingos. All 4 teams are in. Fantastic. So if you want to see the full view, just go to the gallery view for viewers, and you'll just be able to see all 4 teams as they get on with these questions. Okay, Warriors, you get your first bite into these. Which category and for how much?
Prof, can we go neurocutaneous syndromes for 30?
All right, and just to remind you, you've got 30 seconds. So please go ahead.
Okay, what retinal abnormality is present in condition? So,
'Prof Lala, you'll tell us when it's time.
and then what's the abnormality?
Okay, so your 30 seconds are up. What abnormality and what condition? What's your answer? Okay, if there's no answer,
can you hear us? Can you hear us? Can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Yes, it's tuberous sclerosis, the condition, and then the pathology there will be it's
all right. Okay, time's up. I'm afraid your answer may or may not be correct. Let's check the answer, Dr. Weger. No, those are retinal angiomas, and it belongs to von Hippel-Lindau disease. So you guys went for the big marks, but as I said, big marks means tough questions. Okay, I'm going to insist that you answer in 30 seconds. Prof. Lala will be keeping a tab on that. So we were a little bit liberal with you because it was the first one, but from now, after 30 seconds, if you haven't answered, we'll have to say sorry. Okay, it's over now to the Bafenyi, SMU Victors. Please choose your category and points.
Famous first 20 points.
You definitely have that.
In the early 1970s, David and Dili Mahalanobis conducted a pioneering
Ten seconds.
To the sugar salt solution.
All right, the answer is in. Well done. Oral rehydration therapy will allow you with sugar salt solution. So well done, Bafenyi. Let's go on to the Flamingos.
Hello. Can you hear
Which
us?
category for how many marks? Yeah.
We want to go for neurocutaneous syndromes 25, please.
Okay.
It's, what is the name of this lesion and which condition? It's a Sjagren patch. Tuberous sclerosis and the Sjagren patch.
Okay, your answer is in. Let's see whether that's right. Well done. 25 points for the Flamingos. So they making up for their slower performance in the previous round. Well done. Okay, let's go to our leaders. UP Rising. What will it be for you? You just need to unmute yourselves.
Neurocutaneous for 20.
Okay.
It's neurofibromatosis, and those are leash nodules.
Okay, can we get the answer? All right, well done. Uprising, you still retain your lead. Let's go back now to the WSU Warriors. Warriors, just unmute yourself and tell us your category and points.
We're going to go 15 neurocutaneous.
Everyone seems to love these neurocutaneous syndromes. Here you are.
Yes, and those are fibroma.
Yeah, so. The target neurofibromatosis.
Okay. Yes, you got it. Well done. Okay, so let's get back to the Bafenyi. Just need to unmute yourself.
Enzymes 25.
All right, you're going big. Okay, you just need to unmute yourselves.
CFT.
In chromosome 7, but then the enzyme give a transmembrane something. Oh goodness.
10 seconds.
Which enzyme is deficient or dysfunctional in children with cystic fibrosis?
Transductance, whatever in
Time's up.
Oh no.
Okay, sorry, Bafenyi, it was on the tip of your tongues, but you quite couldn't get it out. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's that big tongue twister. Cystic fibrosis transmembrane conductance regulator, CFTR exam. That's why enzyme, which is why it was such a high mark. You had to get all these different difficult words out. Sorry, Bafenyi. Let's then move on to the Flamingos.
Hello, we would like to go for bites 25, please.
Okay, also going big. Here we go.
What is the name of this venomous spider often encountered in South Africa? Is it black widow with that red knoppy spinnacle? No, is it a knoppy spinnacle? It's one black widow. We're gonna say black widow spider.
Okay. Okay, so it's a button spider, but it also includes the black widow spider. So we're going to give it to you. Well done. 25 points.
Thank you.
Right, so where have we got to? We're back to the uprising. Just unmute yourselves.
We're going to go for bites 20.
Okay, all yours.
We're going to go on the tip of our mascot and say dogs.
Oh, you were given clues. Hey, did that help?
We'll see if we get it right.
Yay, your mascot got you guys 20 points. So it was worthwhile bringing him in. Well done, Uprising. We're back to the WSU Warriors. What's your choice now?
So we do enzymes 20.
Rob, we're going to go enzymes 20.
Okay.
phenylalanine, phenylalanine reductase, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Final answer?
Phenylalanine reductase, yes, I think so.
Okay. Ooh, it's the right phenylalanine, but it's a hydroxylase. I'm afraid, can't give it. I don't think even generous Professor Lala can give you that point. It had to be a hydroxylase. Sorry. Okay, shall we move on then to the bufenies?
Bites 30.
Ooh, bufenies are like going big. It's a big bite.
Tick bite fever.
Tick bite fever.
Okay, I need you to be a little bit more specific. You're right, but I need to know for 30 points, what kind of tick bite fever?
Oh.
5 seconds.
You just need to unmute yourselves.
Rickettsia, tick bite fever. Rickettsia.
There's different kinds of tick bite fevers. I need a specific type of tick bite fever for 30 points. Got 5 more seconds.
Oh, no. Anything?
Time's up.
Okay, we're being hard here, but we needed to know that it's African tick bite fever. So I'm afraid, let me check with Professor Lala, but you can see I've underlined the African because there are different types, and this is specifically African tick bite fever. Professor Lala?
I think we're being strict in this round, so we'll continue to be strict, yeah.
Okay, sorry, Bafenis. All right, so then we up then to the Free State Flamingos. Oh, flamingos have disappeared from our screen.
Hello,
back.
we would like to go for famous first 25.
Okay, another big one. The flamingos like going big.
A Canadian surgeon in Charles-based medical students is isolated which hormone for the first time? Insulin.
You're very confident. Let's see whether you're right.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, and in the next year, a 14-year-old boy was given insulin for his diabetes for the first time. All right, so that then takes us to is it the uprising? Yes, it's you guys. Just unmute yourselves. Uprising.
Auscultation 20.
All right, for all the auscultation questions, I'm going to ask you to put up your sound so that you can hear it very clearly. So put your computers on maximum sound. There's your question. Okay.
10 seconds.
We're going to say that's bronchial breathing and the pathology would be a pneumonia.
All right, so you rightly picked up the bronchial breathing, but it doesn't necessarily, it could be pneumonia, but it could be other causes of lung consolidation. So not strictly correct, but let's go back to our adjudicator. Your call, Professor
I would
Lala.
give them this point.
Okay, you guys getting lucky, UP Rising. Well done. Right, so we've still got 2 more rounds to go on this, and then we get to the final question. So we're back down to the WSU Warriors. Warriors, what do you want to do?
Auscultation 25.
Okay, all yours.
The holosystolic mama, no, VSD.
Okay, so your answer, the diagnosis is a VSD.
Yeah.
Well done, you got that one right. Too easy for you guys, well done. All right, let's go on. So it's back to the Bafeni.
Famous first 15. Alexander Fleming.
Right, you seem very confident about that one. And you're absolutely right. Well done, Bafani. You nailed that one. Okay, Flamingos, back to you. Oh,
Okay, we're gonna go for famous first 30.
hey, you're getting confident with all the big scores you've had before.
Did the Human Genome Project complete the first mapping of the entire human genome? I think it was before COVID. 2018. In which year or decade? It's the 1900s. It's the 1900s. Or it's the 1900s? Are we going to go? That's decade. Or 2000s.
We're gonna say 1900s because it's asked for.
So it's a decade. So from which give me a 10-year period.
Okay.
Okay, 5 seconds.
1990 to 2000.
Ooh, let's see whether that's
900.
correct. No, you were 10 years too early. The Genome Project took a little bit longer. We were well into the first decade of the 21st century. It was 2003. Good try, but not quite there, Flamingos. So let's get on to the Bafani. You muted, Bafani. We haven't heard your choice. Bafani, you need to unmute yourself. You still mute. Okay.
15.
Sorry, say that again. Auscultation 15.
Yes.
Okay.
We
Patent Dr. Satiriosis.
Right, let's see. Yep, you got that right. Well done. Okay, so we now are back to the Flamingos.
sorry, Prof, I think you skipped us for that round.
Oh, I we just done the Flamingos. So, sorry, who had I skipped?
The
Uprising.
Sorry. Okay, so Uprising, it's your question. Please go ahead. What would you like?
Guns blazing, auscultation for 30.
This time, Professor Lala is not going to be so kind, I hope. Okay, so that one's quite soft. Let's play it one more time.
So,
okay, time's
Okay,
up.
5 seconds.
the pleural rub. Pleural
Okay.
rub.
Yep. Well done, you got that one. You nailed the 30 mark. It was a pleural friction rub. So good job. Okay, we've got one last round and then we get into the final question. So this is your last chance to really make, most of the questions are low marks, except if you really want to take a chance, we've got enzymes for 30. But let's see who's the bravest of them all. So let's start off with the WSU Warriors. Please go ahead.
Prof, I don't think we have a choice here at the moment, so we'll have to go enzymes 30.
All right, you the brave souls.
Which?
Just say that.
DNA synthase?
Sorry, what's your answer?
DNA synthase?
DNA synthase. All right. No, you got the DNA right, but it's the polymerase. So not quite the answer you're looking for. You went big, but I'm afraid that the chance didn't pay off. Okay, so next we go then to the SMU Victors. Your last question in this category.
Bytes 15.
Okay.
Mamba.
Black mamba.
Yes, that's correct. It is the most dangerous snake bite in South Africa, and its venom is highly toxic. So that's a good bite, Victors. Okay, so let's go to the flamingos.
We would like auscultation 10, please.
Yeah. Our answer is stridor.
Yeah, so you're very quick with that answer, and you are absolutely right. Well done. Okay, so we've got back to the UP Rising.
We're going to go for enzymes 15. Pancreas.
Right, you are. So 15 points in the bag. Okay, I see we've still got 4 questions left. So I'm a little bit worried because there's 25 questions. Did I give an extra question to one team? I'm not sure because we can go around one more time. But I am worried that I might have given an extra question to somebody. But let's do this last round then. Okay, WSU Warriors, your chance to go next. Last question.
Neurocutaneous, Prof. Oh, there's extra question somewhere.
Yeah, it's 10 marks for everybody, so let's go for it.
Stage Weaver.
Okay, very confident, very quick. And right you are. Well done.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now we're looking at the Bafenyi's SMU.
Okay, famous.
Famous fests.
Got it? Okay, we need to just unmute yourselves because we can't hear your answer.
Smallpox.
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 Okay, we heard smallpox. And you're right. 10 points for you. Okay, flamingos.
Can we go for bites, please?
Yes, you may.
It's the most common animal bite in children managed in emergency centers. It's a dog bite. Yeah. Dog bite. We'll say dog bite.
Ooh, so that mascot has come in for another answer, right? The UP Rising, this wasn't your correct one, but it helped the flamingos. Let's see if they're right. Of course they are. Well done, flamingos. Okay, so the last one then has to be enzymes, and it has to go to our UP Rising. Go ahead. Okay, you just need to unmute yourselves, UP Rising.
Lactase.
Okay, so the 10 marks turned out to be very easy for everybody. Everyone scored very well there. So well done, all teams, on the 10-mark questions. So that brings us into the category strategy section. We're almost at the end of our competition, but at this stage, we now have to go back to our scorekeeper, who I trust has been working very hard, keeping tabs of all the different answers and who's scoring right and wrong. So she might need a minute or two, but I see Dr. Ruda has been very quick off the mark. So over to you, Dr. Ruda.
Okay, so in this one, the uprising has definitely cemented their lead, it seems like, over there. We'll see that in the next one. And Flamingos coming in second, Bafeni getting in at number 3, and then the Warriors picking up 50 points at number 4. So let's show you the leaderboard as it stands at the moment. So uprising looking very strong at the moment. Flamingos within 50 points of them, and that's going to be very relevant, or almost within 50 points, just about. Bafeni at 301 and the Warriors at 261.
Okay, so good job, all teams. All right, so now we're heading on to the last question. And remember the rules of that game, that you have one question and you have to wager a score. You can wager a score anything between 10 points to 50 points. So if you're very sure, you can go for 50 points. If you're not sure, you can wager less. And remember, that was where in the last competition, the Cape Town Champs and the Mati Smarties were overtaken by the Witsi. So this is the all-important final question. Get yourselves ready. We need everybody to put on their videos as we see this. And how it will work is that you need a piece of paper, and at the end of 1 minute, you'll get 1 minute for this one. You will take a piece of paper, write the answer down, and then show it to all of us. So all of you will put up after 1 minute your paper and show it to us, and then we'll read that off the screen. You can tell us the answer, but we want to make sure that that's the answer you've written. So you'll point your answer to the camera. Okay, I'm not seeing the Bafenyi at the moment. We need to see you, Bafenyi, before we ask the question. So they are back. Okay, so you've got 1 minute for this question. Are you all ready? You're all muted, that's fine. You can discuss it, but at the end of 1 minute, Prof. Lala will tell you to stop. And then you'll tell us how many points you're wagering and what's the answer. So we need two things, how many points and what's the answer. Okay, I think we're ready to go, Marty. Please go ahead. And the question is, what is the diagnosis? Professor Lala,
10
how much
seconds
time?
left. 10
Thank
seconds.
You. All right, so we need you now to be writing how many points you're willing to wager and what's the answer.
Time's up.
Time's up. So I need now each of you to please put up your answer and the points. Okay, but I'm going to call out your names in the order I see them here. So Uprising, we haven't seen your marks or your answer. Bafenyi, we're not seeing anything from you. Warriors, we are seeing. And Flamingos, we're seeing. Okay, the Victors have come in. Uprising, you better give us your points and answers. Otherwise, okay. So Warriors, how many points and what's your answer? Good. Everybody needs to unmute, please. We can't hear you. Everybody, please unmute. Warriors, how many points? What's your answer?
We had 50 points, Prof. Pseudo hyperparathyroidism.
Okay, thank you very much. UP Rising, what's your answer?
Pseudo hyperparathyroidism for 10.
Okay, just put up your thing so we can see it. I can't see it very well, but we'll take your word for it for now. Flamingos, how do you go?
We said Rubel T syndrome for 35 points.
Okay, thank you very much. And Bafenyi, what was your answer and how many points? Okay, tell us what your answer was. And you muted, so we can't hear you.
We had said 25 points, Turner syndrome.
Turner syndrome.
No.
Okay, so let's get the big reveal. What is the correct answer? All right, so it's an Albright hereditary osteodystrophy or otherwise pseudo hypoparathyroidism. And so as I understand it, the Warriors got that right, 50 points for them, and the Uprising got it right for 10 points. Am I correct, Professor Lala? Is that the point allocation? Unfortunately, the Flamingos and the Victors didn't quite get that right. Are you in agreement, Professor Lala?
Yes, I think that's correct. I just couldn't, I'll ask Dr. Ruda to confirm that as well, but I think you are right.
Okay, so 50 points for the Warriors and 10 points for the UP Rising. So Dr. Ruda, we're all waiting for the final reveal. Who's won the competition?
Okay, so let's have a look at what happened with the points over here. So the Uprising adding 10 to their score, Flamingos minus 35, Bafenyi minus 25, And then Walter Sisulu adding 50 points to their score. So there we have all of our teams, and let's see. The Uprising still in the lead.
And they've won. Well done, Uprising. A great performance. You were leading most of the way and you retained the lead. Everybody else, you put up a great show. You made sure that the Uprising weren't too comfortable with their position. But I think it's been a fantastic effort for the Uprising. So let's give them congratulations. Yay.
Well done, yeah.
All right. We do want to hear from the team. So I'm going to ask you just in 5 or 10 or 15 seconds, tell us something about what was the competition like, how well you felt you did, and anything you want to share with us. So let me start off with the WSU Warriors, who put in that last final burst, but it wasn't enough. How did you feel about the competition, WSU Warriors?
Prof, thank you very much for everyone who organized it. I think it was very well organized. It was a great competition, and then congratulations to UP Rising.
Hey, thank you for that. Bafenyi, any comments from you? So our Bafenyi SMU Victors, they seem to have disappeared from our screen, but they'll be back, I'm sure. There we are. How was it, Bafenyi?
It was exciting. It was a lot of fun. We definitely had a lot of fun, and well done to UP for taking this one. Yeah.
Thank you, Bafenyi. So you were victors twice, but I think you definitely victors for having participated, and thank you for your contribution. All right, so let's go to the pink team. Flamingos, you certainly won the best team spirit prize, but unfortunately you didn't quite get the final prize. Some comments from you, please.
We just want to say thank you for organizing. We had lots of fun. I think we learned some things, and yeah, it was quite a cool experience. And well done to UP for winning. And thanks to our coaches. Thanks to our coaches.
Was it more difficult than you anticipated, or was it exactly what you thought it was going to be?
I think there was some easy ones, and then Jeopardy took us for a bit of a ride.
You put yourself in jeopardy and it didn't quite yield what you wanted. You couldn't emulate the performance of the Wits team the last time, who won it in the end. Okay, and so then to our victors, Uprising, you rose up and you stayed up. Wonderful. What's your guys' story to us?
Yes, I think the competition was steep in the beginning, Prof, but despite the anchor in our logo, we definitely rose to the top and won. And we look forward to beating Wits in the finals.
All right, so it looks like the Gautengers is where all the brain lies. We've got both Pretoria and the University of Witwatersrand challenging it. So the Southerners, last time they did a good performance, but there's a bit of catching up, and even our central and eastern bits of the country need to make sure that next year that you're much stronger. But we really look forward to the finals at the SAPA conference. It's going to be the Witsies against the Uprising. Just before you go, there's some good news, which I think Dr. Rude is going to announce about. We've now got a prize for this competition. Perhaps if you had known what the prize is, some of the other teams may have tried harder, the Flamingos, the Warriors, and the Victors. But over to you, Tanya.
So just so that everybody knows, and a lot of thanks to Abela Africa Medical, who have sponsored a prize for the winning team, and that is going to be, let me show you, a vein viewer. So the winning team is going to get a vein viewer for one of their hospitals that they can use and help. I'm sure we all know the stories with our little ones and their drips, and so this is going to actually be the prize for the winning team at the final round, which is going to be handed over at the SAPA conference. So we hope that we don't only see the winners of the 2 preliminary rounds at the conference. We hope that we see everybody at the SAPA conference in September, and you can look forward to winning this prize for one of the hospitals.
Thank you, Dr. Rude. So on behalf of the South African Pediatric Association's University Challenge, it's my great pleasure to thank everybody, all the supporters. You offered lots of support to the teams. Thank you very much for being part of this event. And so with lots of final greetings to the Uprising team, but everybody else, look forward to seeing everybody at the finals. Bye-bye, everybody, and good luck uprising.
Bye.